Good evening, this is Viewpoint. I'm Zakka. Jacob. After the centre's promise yesterday that there will be 216 crore vaccines by the end of the year, we now have the breakup of which vaccine provider will provide how much. Now, this includes 75 crores from Covishield, 55 crores from Covaxin. Also, new vaccines, biological E, Zydus Cadila, the intranasal vaccine and Covovax are all expected to hit the market between July and September. In addition, there will also be the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Now, in all, India is looking at 200 crore plus doses between August and December. The question is, how realistic is this target? Joining me on the talking point today, Dr. Anusha Rohit is Senior Consultant and Head of Microbiology at the Madras Medical Mission Hospital in Chennai. Dr. Joseph Brito is the ex-CEO of the Isabel Healthcare at Reston, Virginia in the USA. Neha Joshi, spokesperson of the BJP, and Dr. Shama Mohammed, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Dr. Brito, is this a realistic roadmap that's been laid out by the government? Everybody agrees you need close to 200 crore vaccines by the end of the year to vaccinate the entire adult population. I think about 90 crore people need to be vaccinated. The question, though, is this just stall talk? Because given the record, and let's be realistic, from Jan 15, 16, we started vaccination. Today, we're just about hitting 18 crore. So to reach 90 crore by the end of the year, we need to be vaccinating at 5 times the rate that we have done up until now.
Zakka, thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to add my voice to perhaps the most important post-independent decision that we as a nation face, the lives, literally the lives of 1 million Indians. So I think the number needs to be applauded. The sentiment and the intent behind the number needs to be applauded, but I think it's overly ambitious and optimistic. We need to focus on two things. One is just not the number. So 216 seems reasonable. If you have 100 crore Indians, which is 76% of our population, and you want to try and achieve herd immunity in 76% of your population, then 100 million into 2 for 2 doses per vaccine is 200 doses, and we should have some vaccine doses spare. Yeah. But the issue really here is the speed of vaccination. We need to carpet bomb our nation. It's not enough this slow creep of vaccination, the slow drip feed of vaccination. Because come September, October, November, December, that population which is under or unvaccinated, the virus is still spreading. And when viruses spread, they naturally, when they replicate, mutate. So it's not enough to do it slowly over 5 months. I think we have to, although it sounds insurmountable, we have to speed up. If in the 2019 general election, 615 million Indians voted in just 5 weeks at 1 million polling booths with the help of administrative EC staff of 10 million, if we can do it to elect 545 members of parliament, surely we can do it with the intent of saving millions of Indians' lives. But equally important to the speed and the rollout of vaccination, because it's not vaccines that save lives, it's vaccinations. So we do need to administer the vaccines mass, rapid, quickly. Is efficacy. All vaccines are not, there's an impressive list that you read out, Zakka. Yeah. All vaccines are not equal. We need to invest in high efficacy vaccines so that we get the maximum economic benefit. The lesson from Seychelles is salutary, and it's worth paying attention to all of us who make these decisions. 60% of the Seychelles, a small island nation of 100,000 people, 60% were vaccinated using AstraZeneca and Sinopharm. 60% received the Sinopharm, 40% received the AstraZeneca vaccine. And yet, they've had a second surge post-vaccination, and they've had to have a second lockdown. So we need to pay close attention to the vaccines relationships that we enter, the vaccine platforms that will start producing these 216 vaccines to make sure that they have the efficacy in place at the time when they're administered against the variants that are present at that point in time. And my last point, Zakka, please, is we do in tandem need to pay attention to gene sequencing. In addition to what I and many others like you have been arguing, that we need a central vaccine agency. We can't let 29 states, each of them, start negotiating with vaccine manufacturers outside of India. We need to have a central vaccine agency that's run predominantly by technocrats, including public health experts, because unless we are able to pick up The second surge is being contributed by two variants, the 617, the double Indian mutant, and the what's called the UK variant, which is 117. And therefore, these entered the country in December and Jan. So when we do vaccinate our people going forward, we need to make sure they're not vaccinating them against strains that were present last year. We need to vaccinate them against emergent strain, and the only way of doing it is by real-time gene sequencing of the positive.